Hi guys! This is my list of 10 things that I've learned since I started streaming on Twitch. I'm gonna start off with number one is the amount of technical shit that you gotta learn in order to stream on Twitch. You wanna make sure that you got bit rate set right so that it works properly and it doesn't look like poo-poo. OBS in general is not that complicated of software, but it does have a little bit of a learning curve. I had to watch quite a few tutorials on making sure that it worked right, making sure that my scenes were working, making sure that my video was downscaling to a proper resolution for Twitch. Just lots of stuff, There's lots of stuff you gotta learn, but it's fun. And getting OBS working properly is a great feeling. So get your OBS sorted out. There's a lot of different programs you can use, like Streamlabs, OBS. I just use regular OBS. Same with recording gameplay for YouTube videos. I just use the regular OBS. But I'd say half the difficulties you have when you're trying to stream is just trying to make sure that OBS is actually working properly. And some games just don't play very nice with OBS and they just don't want to display properly. So there's some tricks I've learned, like I'll add whatever gameplay I have open to every single scene, even if that scene in OBS doesn't display gameplay, just because when I want to switch scenes, it's nice to have that already loaded. Because if you go from one scene, say just like a talking screen with no gameplay in it, you don't want to jump back into a gameplay one and then have your gameplay not loaded in anymore. So I found it was easier just to have that set in every single scene, and then I just never have to worry about it. And it really it's not that intensive on your pewter. Okay. Number two is making sure that your audio and your video is just right. What the hell am I talking about? Oh yeah, so when I first started streaming, I used just shitty potato headset, this one over here, right there. You guys see it? And it was fine. Audio was okay, but it was a little shitty, to be honest. You just got to make sure that in OBS that your audio levels are set properly so that you're not getting drowned out by your gameplay or your music or whatever the hell you're doing. But also you want to make sure that you're not too quiet, that people have to turn their computer up to max volume to hear. Got to make sure you got filters in place so that your eardrums don't get blown out, okay? And then just getting your video stuff sorted out. It's important to make sure that your gameplay is actually showing on stream. Sometimes you'll be streaming for like 10 minutes and you'll forget that you're not on the right scene and people can't actually see what you're doing. Sometimes they will not be able to hear you. Just those kind of things. That's what I learned. You gotta really just gotta make sure that it's just got to make sure that it's okay. Okay? Make sure it's okay. Make sure it's okay. Number three, making sure that you got the sickest, freshest overlays and just other graphic shit that you got to learn, You don't want to just have well, you know what? Some people do this. You just slap your little webcam picture over the gameplay and just call it a day. And some people have super professional, crisp overlays with the slickest animations and stuff. So you just want to make sure that you got like a nice stream that's that's personalized for you. You got to stand out. There's thousands of people that are streaming on Twitch all the time, and you kind of want to give them something to like. You want to give them a little something that's gonna feast their eyes. You want to say, oh, you like a little bit of purple up in this bitch, then add a little bit of purple up in that bitch. If you want a little bit of animation, so that when somebody clicks on your stream, they're like, oh, that guy's got an animated webcam border. He's got the sexiest animated webcam border. I'm gonna watch this guy. So you gotta make sure. You gotta have a nice looking stream. Don't have no potato stream, okay? You don't want to have a potato stream that just looks like absolute pee-pee poo-poo bunghole. You don't want that. You want to have a nice one. Also, sometimes you want to make sure, you gotta have you gotta have a nice you gotta have nice little fucking, what are those things called, headers. You gotta have nice headers on your Twitch page so it doesn't look like some schmuck just walked off the street and started streaming. It's all about the presentation, baby. You gotta have it looking real nice. Gotta make it look real sexy. You gotta make them want it, you know? It's all about making them want it. Man, you gotta stay hydrated. It's about drinking water. Hydration is key. Number 4. Okay, number 4. Being social and talking while playing. This is something that I had to figure out how to do, to be honest. I play a lot of video games. I'm not gonna lie about that. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I play lots of video games, but I never really was the type of person to play a lot of online video games with friends, because you need to have friends for that. When you're streaming, you're basically playing with friends, kind of, because you have people that are watching you and that are talking to you about whatever they want to. They could talk to you about pizza, or they could talk to you about they could talk about their pets, you know? And so you just gotta be friendly and just be talking all the time. And sometimes you might not have anybody watching you, which is more often than not with me. Sometimes you might not have anybody watching you, but you still gotta talk. You gotta be social, because you never know. Somebody could just swing on by your stream and say, "Oh, this dude is so fucking boring. I'm gonna go watch Pokemon because she's way more entertaining than this boring guy." You just gotta be social. Talk to people, even if there's nobody there. Just practice talking to yourself while you're doing stuff in the house. Just washing the dishes. Talk to yourself. You're trying to read a book. Just talk to yourself about it. If you're just in the middle of public transportation, just start talking to yourself, and that's okay. People are gonna stare. That's okay. Don't worry about it. Everybody stares. Just be confident. Love yourself. Love you guys. Number 5. Game selection. I've realized with Twitch streaming that there's a lot that goes into deciding what kind of game you should play on stream. At first I was thinking, I'll just play whatever game I want to on stream. That'll be good enough, which is true. You should play what you like. That's true. You should. If you're doing it as a hobby and you want to have fun, don't be playing some game that you're not going to like, because then that's not going to be fun anymore. It's going to take all the joy out of it. But you also have to understand that some people aren't going to watch you play some obscure game that nobody's played in the past 10 years, There's a lot of games on Twitch that just, aren't very popular. And if you're going to stream a game that's got no viewers, or that nobody really cares about, there's not likely going to be a lot of people that click on your stream. That's just how it is, On the other hand, you might be wanting to play a game that's super crazy popular and say, oh, well, I want to be like Ninja and I'm going to play Fortnite. So then, because Ninja's got, 15 million streamer viewers, whatever, however many he has, I'm going to do that because I also want to have that many. Well, guess what? Everybody is thinking that way. If you go to Twitch right now, type in twitch.com, go look at all the Fortnite streams, you're going to get hit with a list of thousands of people that are all streaming Fortnite. So if you're just some viewer that's saying, you know what, I want to watch some Fortnite streamer, let's go find somebody new, and they start scrolling through this ginormous list, there's no way they're going to see you. You're going to have no viewers. You're going to be on the very, very bottom of the list. Nobody will ever click on you. It's just the way it is. But if you find a game that's, not crazy overpopular, but not so obscure that nobody's watching it, you could find, lately I've been streaming Need for Speed or Fallout 4. They were very, very popular games, but they frequently will only have, 20 to 50 people streaming that game at a time. So even if you only have a few people watching your stream, you're going to appear so much higher on the list, and it's going to make you just that much more discoverable. So I would say you want to stream a game that you're going to enjoy, obviously, so you have fun still. But if you're in it more to get more viewers, like if that's what you're really trying to do, then you kind of want to, don't do the top game Don't do some obscure game nobody's going to see. Just play something, that's got decent popularity about it, that has maybe a good community of people that would be willing to watch you. It's all about just like, it's about finding the middle ground, dude. Don't overdo it either way, either end of the spectrum. Just, somewhere in the middle. Just have fun. Have a good time with it, okay? Life is about having a good time. I keep looking at over here, but I should be looking over here. See, there you go. Have a good time with it. Number six is that I've found out streaming on Twitch that I am a very self-conscious person. Seriously though, you don't realize this, but you do a lot of things every day when you're playing, if you're just playing video games or just talking to people. And when what you're doing actively either earns you viewers or not, it can make you pretty self-conscious about your habits. Like, do I mumble when I speak too much because people aren't watching they're clicking off my stream? Do I swear too often? Am I annoying? Maybe. You don't really know, but I feel sometimes pretty self-conscious about that. But on the other hand, I think it's actually helping build a lot of confidence for me, because I recognize that I'm feeling self-conscious about it, but I'm still doing it anyways, and that's building my confidence, because I realize I don't really care about other people's opinions. So all I'm saying is, if you decide to start streaming, you might feel a little bit of you might feel a little self-conscious too, but don't worry about it. Nobody cares. There's a lot of weird people on Twitch that got thousands and thousands of followers. So don't worry about people judging you. And you're on the internet. People are going to judge you sometimes anyways, but just who gives a shit? You're having fun. You're playing video games. You're chatting with the community. Just enjoy it. Having a good time. It's going to be okay. We're all okay. Number seven is all about being discovered. I got to be honest with you guys. If you've ever streamed on Twitch before, or maybe you're thinking about streaming on Twitch, you have to realize that Twitch is not a very discoverable platform. And what I mean by that is, like I was saying earlier, you'll play a game and you'll appear on a list of hundreds of other people that are also streaming that game, and you don't really get a good way to separate yourself or kind of establish yourself as something different without people actually clicking on your name and watching you. You also have to consider that when you're streaming, you're only discoverable when you are live. So if you decide, I'm going to have a super long stream today, I'm going to stream for 8 hours today. Well, 8 hours is only a third of the day that you're discoverable. That is a very huge portion of time. That's 16 hours of the day where people are on Twitch that have no chance of finding you on there. So how are you supposed to grow when only a small portion of your day you're actually there, So I think, from what I've experienced, is it's very, very valuable to have multiple sources or other platforms where people can discover you on Twitch. YouTube as being a big one for me, obviously, because you can type PineappleSocks up on YouTube, or you could type in the title of one of my videos. It'll pop up on there and you could click on it 24/7, any time of the day. My content is available. Whereas Twitch, you're only live when you're live. You have videos, but those aren't really advertised in the same way a YouTube video is. It's not really a discoverable content. What you really want to do is, if you're trying to grow on Twitch, you want to have these other platforms where people can find you and move over from that other platform and discover you on Twitch. So YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, use them. They're not all the same type of platform. The content that you post on there is different. Twitter, mostly text post, occasional video content post. You're not going to be posting full-length YouTube videos onto Twitter, but people can discover you on Twitter so much more easily. And then they can see that you're available, or that you are a Twitch streamer, and they'll see your channel on Twitch and they will follow you on Twitch. And I find that using these other platforms, I'm getting much more growth off stream than I actually am when I'm on stream, just because people are noticing that those other platforms are available to be viewed 24/7. So you're just that much more discoverable. So get us some social media, get a YouTube channel. That's what you should do, because making YouTube channels is fun and it's a good time and it's productive. Trust me on this one. Number eight. Networking is, I would argue networking's pretty important, to be honest. Like you're on a platform with other people. They have the same, maybe around the same level of viewership as you do. Networking's important. Building friendships is great to have other people that have other experiences that could provide lots of advice to help you build your stream, which is good. It's also nice to be able to support other people who are also trying to grow on Twitch, because on the other hand, they might turn around and support you as well. You gotta want to be able to network and build a community, especially when you're first starting. You have really no experience. It's nice to have people that'll tune into your channel, offer advice, maybe help you with things like saying, your camera quality is kind of garbage, like you should try doing this, or your audio is really quiet, like try turning this up a bit, or just any kind of advice is always nice to have. So I'd say just networking and getting to know other people that are also streamers or watching streamers is just all in all it's good for everybody. It supports everybody, and that's how you grow. You get good feedback, and feedback is how you grow, because that's how it works. Number nine, I would say, is how important it is to be able to look critically at yourself and be willing to change. When I first started streaming, I was very quiet and very awkward, and I didn't really, well, I'm still awkward. People are going to click on your stream and they want to be entertained by you. You can't just be quiet, but you also don't want to be annoying. So, you have to be able to have a critical look at yourself and think, maybe I need to work on being more present, or have a louder personality, or, because if people just wanted to watch some gameplay without any audio, then they would just go watch YouTube videos of it. They don't care. Why would they watch your stream? That's the whole point of Twitch, is that you get to kind of get to interact with somebody and build a relationship with them, and they, it's important. So you have to be able to recognize when you need to kind of change, and because if you don't change, you don't grow. And how are we supposed to have growth without? I don't know. So the one thing about learning is that in order to learn, you have to be willing to change, because if you're just set in your ways, then you'll never get better at or improve at something if you're not willing to recognize maybe what you're doing wrong and how you're supposed to improve it. So I would say number 9, having a critical look at yourself and be willing to change is one of the most important things that I've learned from Twitch streaming so far. That's all I got there. And number 10, a little bit of wholesomeness for you guys. How good it feels being able to interact with other people. I find it very crazy to me that there's other people that'll just tune in just to watch you stream and just have a conversation with you. Like, it's a really surreal feeling that you have people that really enjoy you and your personality and what you're doing so much that they would tune in just to watch it, have a conversation with you. That it's a really humbling feeling for sure, because recently I had somebody that came onto my stream and they told me that I was their favorite Twitch streamer and that they liked watching me because I was a really chill, cool dude. And that was a really cool feeling, being told that from somebody. It was a really surreal feeling. Plus it's really nice having people tune in and watch you, because then you're not just playing video games, you're actually doing something. You're communicating with people, building relationships with people. It's cool. It's a really humbling feeling. So I would say, if you're thinking of starting a Twitch channel, this is one of the top reasons to do it, because you get to build a cool community of people that you just get to talk to. And that's pretty sweet. All right, guys, that's my list of 10 things that I've learned and experienced since starting on Twitch. If you want to see more of this kind of content in the future, or you guys like watching my stupid reviews or whatever else I post on YouTube, then like and subscribe to this shit, okay? I worked really hard on it. I need the validation. Obviously, I'm on Twitch Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, sometimes Saturdays. So come swing by, say hello. I'm always looking for new friends. Love you guys. Until next time. Peace out. A-Town. Doo-doot, doo-doot. Doo-doot, doo-doot. Do-rap, do-da. In the club with the homies, I sing Selena, Lambadando D. And you know what I feel?